This diary will contain all the topics for network theory. So please listen and see carefully. All the best. See, I have told you in the previous video why are we putting so much emphasis on phasors while solving AC circuits, because that makes the calculation easy. So we must know some basic functions, some algebra of the phasors. So the topic today is phasor algebra. Okay, so first we will see the what happens when you scale the magnitude of any phasor. So what I mean to say is, let me say that there is a phasor. See, always phasors are presented by the capital letters with the bar on them, capital letter and the bar on them. Okay, so if a phasor is represented in this fashion, a 2 at an angle, let me say minus 30 degrees. Okay, so, and if I scale it, magnitude scaling, that I have scaled, I have multiplied this magnitude with, so I hope you know that this is the magnitude and this is the what? This is the phase. Okay, so if I scale this magnitude, see, there are three possibilities of scaling. See, I can multiply some constant k to this magnitude. This k can be positive, this k can be negative, and this k can be purely imaginary. That is, either it can be plus j or minus j. So what happens when you do this? So we will see. If I multiply it by a positive constant k, then this phasor becomes 2k at an angle minus 30 degrees. If I multiply it by minus k, then if I multiply it with minus k, that is negative, that is I multiply it by minus k, then my phasor becomes 2k at an angle this minus 30 plus 180. Okay, so what it will become finally? 2k at an angle what? 180 minus 30 is 150 degrees. See, it is not always necessary that you will add plus 180 when it is multiplied by some negative constant. See, if the phasor was given like 2 at an angle what? 160 degrees. Okay, if this was a phasor given to us, if I multiply it by minus 4, okay, I multiplied this phasor by minus 4. So what will happen is, my phasor will become 4 into 2, 8 at an angle 160 minus 180 degrees. Okay, so it will become 8 at an angle minus 20 degrees. Now you must have a question in your mind that why I have not added plus 180, because here I was adding plus 180. See, if I add plus 180 here, then what my angle will become? It will become what? 160 plus 180 will become 0, 6 plus 8, 14, 340 degrees. But our phase angle range is in minus 180 to 180 degrees, that I have told you. So we can't do this. So what the conclusion is that if your phasor is scaled, the magnitude is scaled by some negative constant, then in the phase you either add 180 or you subtract 180, depending the final phase angle comes in this range. Okay, so I hope you get this, what I am trying to say. Your final phase angle should be in this range. So if it is coming by adding 180, then it is good. If it is coming by subtracting 180, then it is also good. So this range is important, you have to remember. So this was the logic. Now when it is multiplied by, let us say, plus j, so your vector will become 2 at an angle minus 30 plus 90. So plus j multiplication gives you what? The 90 degree anti-clockwise rotation, plus 90. So 90 minus 30 is what? 60. So your vector becomes 60 degrees. If it was plus j, if it was multiplied by minus j, then your phasor will become 2 at an angle minus 30 minus j minus 90. So your phasor becomes 2 at an angle minus 120 degrees. So this is how your expression changes on multiplying by these scalars. Okay, so if it is purely okay, so if I can generalize this, I can generalize it in this fashion. Y bar is equal to kxm at an angle theta plus 90 degree when multiplied by what? Plus kj. Okay, y bar, or you can say x bar. Here I have taken the x bar as phasor, so x bar becomes k xm theta minus 90 degree when multiplied by minus kj. Okay, so this is how the magnitude scaling algebra works. So always remember this. Okay, this is very important. Now let me say what happens when we do differentiation in phasor. See, if a sinusoid signal is given to you, let me say a cos omega t plus phi anything. Okay, now you have to do, now your yt is what? dxt by dt. Okay, so in phasor what will happen if this is a signal in sinusoid? So in phasor this signal is what? A at an angle phi. Okay, now in time domain in sinusoid fashion, you have yt is dxt by dt. So in phasor y bar will be equal to what? J omega into x bar. Okay, so for differentiation you multiply the function by the phasor by this j omega, and I have told you what happens when you multiply with j omega with j. Okay, so this is for the differentiation. Now for integration, what it is see, if your signal is again the same signal and your yt is what? Integration of xt dt. So this means what? That here your y bar will be equal to x bar, that is this phasor, divided by j omega. So for integration in the when you convert integration to phasor, you multiply with 1 upon j omega. When you convert differentiation in do differentiation in the phasor domain, then you multiply with the j omega. So this you need to remember. Okay, so I hope I have told you everything. So now, and I hope you know how to solve these things, that this here x bar is a at an angle phi. Okay, this is j omega. So you can write this as what? From our complex systems, we know that you can write it as phi minus 90 degrees. So okay, so I hope similarly here also, here I have told you already. See why I am writing minus 90. See this is j. Okay, you multiply with j omega. So what you will get? You will get a j omega a at an angle phi divided by j square is minus omega, that is minus j a at an angle phi. And I have told you what happens when you multiply with minus j. You get a at an angle phi minus 90 degree. Okay, and here it is omega square, so you will get a by omega at an angle phi minus 90 degree. Similarly here you have multiplied positive j plus j, so your expression will become, if j omega a at an angle phi, so it will become what? A omega at an angle phi plus 90, because here it is plus j, here it was minus j. So that is how you do the things. So it is a omega phi at an angle phi plus 90, a by omega at an angle phi minus 90. Okay, so this is all about the phasor algebra. You have to remember these 3 points, that is when you multiply with, that is magnitude scaling, and what happens when you differentiate. You differentiate. When you differentiate, you multiply by j omega in phasor domain. When you integrate, you multiply by 1 upon j omega in phasor domain. And what happens when you scale magnitude? If you are scaling with positive number, then there is nothing happens to the phase angle. If you scale it by a negative constant, then your phase changes. Either you add 180 or you subtract 180, depending on whether your final phase is coming in the range of minus 180 to 180 degrees. And if you multiply with the plus j times any constant, then what you will add plus 90 in the phasor. And if you multiply with minus j, then you subtract 90 in the phasor as shown. So this is all about the phasor algebra. Remember these things. And in that sinusoid video, I have told you what is the significance of this j. That is it. It makes the phasor moves in the anti-clockwise direction by 90 degrees. Okay, this we have seen by that Euler form and polar form thing. Okay, thank you guys. Please like, share, subscribe my channel. Please visit electricaldiaries.in for further doubt solving and other things. The important links are given below in the description. Thank you.